1 week from now at 3 a.m., you will text Irene. This is Irene. Irene runs on iced matcha and 7 a.m. hot pilates. Weekly nail appointments, Nikki and her AirPods, skin like a filtered Sephora ad. San Diego State, clean girl aesthetic, gold hoops that cost more than your rent. Objectively, several leagues out of your reach. And in 1 week, she is going to completely dismantle your nervous system. So here's the real question. Why did you fall for her? Why this exact girl? Half of that answer was decided before you were born. The other half was built by everything that happened after. Two forces built the version of you that wants Irene. Tonight, they fight over the credit. Rewind, all the way back before you existed. AP Psychology, Unit 1, Topic 1.1, The Interaction of Heredity and Environment, or The Science of Why You Like Her. Meet the two things that built your entire taste in women. This guy is nature. Nature is what you were born with, your genes. This guy is nurture. Nurture is everything that happened to you, your environment. One handed you the blueprint, one built the house, Irene just walked into it. Right now they are both pointing at Irene going, I did that. Both say, I made him send that text. You'd bet one of them wins, neither does. Keep watching. Part 1. Nature. Nature has a science word, heredity. Heredity means traits passed down from your parents, in the genes. You did not pick your height. You did not pick your shyness. And you did not pick the fact that your heart tries to leave your body when Irene walks in. That last one has a name, genetic predisposition. Predisposition means born leaning a certain way, not guaranteed, just tilted. Your genes tilted you toward anxious, romantic, a little obsessive, the exact starter pack for catching feelings over a girl like Irene. So when Irene walked in, the tilt kicked in before your brain even asked. Nature crosses his arms. See? I built that. Part 2. Nurture. Nurture shoves him aside. Not so fast. Nurture is environment, everything outside your genes. Family, culture, every show you watched, every heartbreak, every friend. Genes gave you romantic. But genes did not make you weak for matcha, winged liner, and a girl who has always got her nails done. That is not in your DNA. Nobody has a matcha gene. That was built. Your environment painted the target. Then Irene walked in and matched it perfectly. Nurture smirks. See? I built that. Part 3. They're on the same team. Here's where students lose points. The exam does not want nature or nurture. It wants interaction. They work together, always. Genes stack the deck. Your environment dealt you, Irene. Your genes gave you the anxious romantic tilt. Your environment gave it a target named Irene. Either one alone sends that 3 a.m. text. Both together? You already know how this ends. Behavior is the interaction of heredity and environment. Nature and nurture stop fighting. They shake hands. They built you together. They built this whole Irene situation together. Write that on the exam. Behavior comes from the interaction of heredity and environment. Full marks. Real life. Your genes handed you social anxiety. A big, loud family taught you to push through it. Same genes, a quieter house. You never say hi. That is interaction. You needed both. Part 4. Why do you feel anything at all? Step back. Why does a matcha girl make your chest hurt in the first place? Nature points up at his boss. This is the evolutionary perspective. It asks, how did natural selection shape our behavior? Natural selection means traits that help you survive and reproduce get passed on. Ancestors who felt attraction paired up and had kids. Ancestors who felt nothing did not. So the nothing people are not your ancestors. Every human alive descends from people who caught feelings, which is why you are in a cafe sweating over Irene. That racing heart when Irene laughs, that is 200,000 years of software doing its one job. Your butterflies are older than language, older than fire. Nature, smug, I'm basically ancient. Respect me. Part 5. Nature versus nurture. The trial. So which one actually built your Irene problem? Scientists put nature and nurture on trial. You can't just ask, they both take credit, you need evidence. 3 ways to catch the culprit. Learn all 3. The exam loves them. Exhibit A. Twin studies. Identical twins, also called monozygotic. One egg, split, they share 100% of their genes. Fraternal twins, also called dizygotic. 2 eggs, they share about 50%, like normal siblings. The trick? If identical twins are more alike than fraternal twins on a trait, that extra similarity points to genes, to nature. Imagine you had an identical twin, raised in another city, never met. Would he also lose it over a girl exactly like Irene? If yes, that's your genes talking, not your city. This actually happened, the Minnesota twin study. Identical twins, separated as babies, raised by different families, reunited as adults. Same jobs, same weird habits, and yeah, both would text an Irene at 3 a.m. Twin studies hand scientists a number, heritability. Heritability is how much of the difference between people in a group comes from genes. 2 traps. The exam sets both. Trap 1. Heritability is about groups, not you. It can't say why you, personally, fell for Irene. Trap 2. High heritability does not mean can't change. Height is highly heritable. Better food still makes kids taller. So even a super genetic trait is not your destiny. Exhibit B. Family studies. Family studies look at whether a trait runs in the family. Plot twist: your dad also chased the matcha girl. Runs in the blood, right? Careful. Families share genes and a house. Nature and nurture tangled. Family studies hint they can't fully separate. Know that catch. Exhibit C. Adoption studies, the cleanest test. An adopted kid gets genes from biological parents, environment from adoptive parents. Resembles the parents who raised them? That's nurture. Resembles the parents who made them but never raised them? That's nature. This is how psychology pries the 2 builders apart. Verdict? Both guilty. Your Irene obsession was an inside job by both of them. Part 6. Where this science got abused. One more term. The exam requires it. This part is not a joke. Eugenics. Eugenics was the belief that you could improve humanity by controlling who is allowed to reproduce. People twisted natural selection into an excuse to decide whose genes counted. In the early 1900s, this led to forced sterilizations and immense human harm, including in the United States. It is pseudoscience, it is discredited, it ignored everything you just learned about environment and interaction. Do not confuse this with Part 4. The evolutionary perspective is real science. Eugenics stole its vocabulary and threw out the ethics. The exam wants you to know they are not the same thing. Nature and nurture build every person. No one gets to rank them. Recap, topic 1.1. So, why did you fall for Irene? Heredity or nature, the genes you were born with. Environment or nurture, everything that happened to you, including your whole matcha girl type. Genetic predisposition, born tilted, not doomed. Interaction, nature times nurture, always together. That's the exam answer. Evolutionary perspective and natural selection. Attraction is inherited survival software. Twin studies, identical, monozygotic versus fraternal, dizygotic. Heritability, genes' share of the differences in a group, not your personal destiny. Family studies, traits across a family, genes and home tangled. Adoption studies, the cleanest split of nature versus nurture. Eugenics, the discredited misuse of all of it. Know it as the warning. That's 100% of topic 1.1. Pop quiz. Would you actually pass? Which method best separates genes from environment? A. Family studies. B. Twin studies. C. Adoption studies. 3 seconds. Lock it in. Answer. C. Adoption studies. Different genes, different home, the cleanest split of the three. Said twin studies? So close, powerful, but they can't fully break genes and environment apart. Adoption can. One more. True or false? High heritability means your taste in Irene types can never change. False. Heritability is about groups, and even heritable traits shift with environment. So your crush on Irene was built by two things that were never really fighting. And Irene, she was just living her life the whole time. Nature and nurture pick their tools back up. Because building you is only step one. Next question. Once you fall for Irene, how does that signal even travel through you? That's your nervous system, and these two are just getting started. Next, topic 1.2. Overview of the nervous system. Subscribe or stay single. Your genes would want you to subscribe.